Imagine waking up to find nearly $1 billion suddenly flowing into XRP and the price hasn't even budged. Sounds bizarre, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening. In just a matter of weeks, XRP exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, have amassed almost $1 billion in value. Yet Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse is out here saying, we are still early. Early. $1 billion doesn't sound early at all. Or does it? I had to find out what he meant. And what I discovered turned my understanding of this market upside down. Let me take you on a quick trip to Binance Blockchain Week in Dubai, where Garlinghouse recently spoke. Picture a stage with neon lights and crypto enthusiasts hanging on every word. I'm in the audience sipping water, no coffee for me, when Garlinghouse drops a bombshell. In just 2 or 3 weeks, over $700 million has flowed into XRP ETFs. 700 million. In weeks, I nearly did a double take. Here I am, a regular XRP holder, and institutions are piling in with that kind of cash. Instantly, my mind started racing. Does this mean XRP's big moment is here? Have I been underestimating what's coming? But then, Garlinghouse hit us with perspective. He essentially said, calm down, this is only the beginning. According to him, crypto ETFs make up just 1 to 2% of the global ETF market right now. In other words, all the Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and other crypto ETFs combined are just a tiny drop in the ocean of traditional finance. If you think nearly $1 billion in XRP sounds like a lot, imagine what happens if crypto ETFs grow to 10% or 50% of the market. The room for growth is enormous. Garlinghous's exact words were that the crypto ETF space is still extraordinarily early, and that really stuck with me. He reminded everyone why XRP ETFs didn't exist until recently. United States regulatory obstacles kept the door shut. But the moment those doors cracked open, pent-up demand flooded in. It's like a dam breaking after years of pressure. For context, these XRP ETFs launched around mid-November, and by early December, they had attracted over $874 million in net inflows across just 14 trading days. Think about that. 14 days, nearly $874 million of new money pouring into XRP via ETFs, and not a single day of outflows. Nobody's cashing out yet. Everyone's just piling in. That kind of one-way traffic is almost unheard of. On the first day one of these funds, Canary Capitals, launched, it saw a $243 million spike. Another day, when Gayscale and Franklin Templeton joined the party, there was a $164 million surge. Those are record-breaking debuts, by the way. In fact, XRP became the second fastest crypto after Bitcoin to reach $800 million in ETF inflows. This kind of momentum caught even seasoned analysts off guard. So there I was, processing all this, and a question popped into my head. If so much money is flowing into XRP, why isn't the price going crazy? After all, basic economics says if there's huge demand, price should shoot up. Yet XRP's price has been hovering around the mid-$2 range. In fact, it's down about 30% over the past 2 months. Hardly the moonshot you'd expect from nearly $1 billion in new investment. That's when it hit me. Maybe this is the calm before the storm. See, analysts like Jake Claver and others believe these ETFs are quietly siphoning XRP off the open market, almost like vacuuming up circulating supply. Every share of an XRP ETF is backed by actual XRP stored away, which means those tokens are effectively taken out of circulation and tucked into long-term storage. If no one's selling and more XRP keeps getting locked up, you can imagine the potential supply shock brewing. One report noted this accumulation could be quietly draining liquid XRP from exchanges, setting up a scenario where there's much less XRP available to buy than people think. And a supply shock, well, that's when crazy price moves can happen if demand spikes. Now, I'm not here to hype or make wild predictions. Plenty of that on the internet already. But it's a logical possibility. If big players keep scooping up XRP, and if retail suddenly FOMOs in one day, there might not be enough XRP on exchanges to go around. That's a recipe for potentially explosive moves, at least according to some experts. Yet, ironically, the overall crypto market sentiment has been a bit sluggish. XRP around $2, and even dipping despite all this good news, shows that sentiment matters. A lot of retail investors are still cautious, maybe scarred by past volatility or the long crypto winter. It's like we have two parallel stories. Big institutions are gearing up for a marathon, while many regular folks are catching their breath from the last race. And that brings me to Garlinghous's core message. We're still early. I know. We're early is the oldest cliche in crypto. You've heard every influencer say it while the coin is down 80%. But in this context, coming from the CEO of Ripple after witnessing these ETF inflows, it carries weight. He gave this vivid analogy. Institutions who were on the sidelines are now crawling, then walking, then running into the market. First, they dip a toe in, maybe buy a tiny amount, or just allow their clients to buy via a brokerage platform. Then they get comfortable and allocate more. And eventually, they're sprinting, going Allen. Ripple's own prime brokerage platform, which services these big players, is literally seeing this progression in real time. Take Vanguard, for example, the 11 trillion asset management behemoth. For years, Vanguard basically said, no thanks to crypto. They wouldn't touch it. Their old CEO even warned people off Bitcoin. But guess what? Vanguard just did a 180. They quietly opened up trading for a whole lineup of XRP spot ETFs on their platform. This is being called one of the most significant policy reversals in traditional finance history. Vanguard went from blocking crypto to saying, all right, fine, if you want XRP ETFs, here they are in the menu. Analysts think this could be a huge gateway, just like gold ETFs in the 2000s made it easy for traditional investors to pour into gold. Now crypto might get that same treatment. Think about it. Your financial advisor or your retirement platform might have scoffed at crypto before, but now even the stodgiest institution is offering an XRP investment vehicle. The mainstream access is opening up, and XRP is at the forefront of that trend. All of this was swirling in my head. The billions on the horizon, the giants like Vanguard changing tune. The idea that maybe, just maybe, we're not late to the party, but standing at the door as it finally opens. It's exciting and a bit nerve-wracking. I know some of you watching are long-time XRP holders like me, maybe folks who bought in during the last bull run or even way back. You've been through the roller coaster, the lawsuit drama, the delistings, the XRP army battles on Twitter, and now you see institutions coming in after we did all the hard work of holding through the tough times. It's easy to feel a mix of vindication. I knew XRP was legit and maybe a little anxiety. Are these Wall Street guys going to pump it and dump it on us? That's why I want to pause here for an important reality check before we go any further. This might shock you, but I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video is financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, and you could lose all the money you invest. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional. Your investments are entirely your responsibility, and you should know that nothing is ever guaranteed when it comes to investing. Neither I, this channel, nor YouTube are liable for any losses. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Alright, disclaimer done. You know, I had to include that. Gotta keep it 100% legit. Now let's talk about what I'm doing in light of this XRP ETF revolution and how it affects us as retail investors, because hearing institutions are coming and we're still early is great, but it raises the question, how do we position ourselves now? First things first, if there's one lesson crypto has taught me over the years, it's never put all your eggs in one basket, especially not one exchange. When the market heats up, and trust me, with this kind of institutional fuel, it will heat up. Exchanges can get overloaded, go down, or even freeze withdrawals. Sometimes worse, an exchange might collapse entirely. I refuse to be caught off guard like that. So, I have a strategy. Plan A, Plan B. Plan C, multiple exchanges, fully set up and tested. This means I've signed up, completed Know Your Customer verification, and even done test trades or withdrawals on as many reputable exchanges as I might need. It's like having multiple exits in a crowded theater. You hope you never need them, but you'll be glad they're there in an emergency. For example, one of my go-to backup exchanges is Kraken. They've been around a long time and have a solid reputation. In fact, I've partnered with Kraken to offer something special to our community. If you sign up with Kraken through my link and trade $100 worth of crypto, you get $25 in XRP as a reward. It's a limited time offer and basically free XRP on the table for doing what you might do anyway. It also encourages you to get that Plan B exchange set up and running. Of course, that link is an affiliate link that supports the channel. No extra cost to you, but I want to be transparent. All the details. The $100 trading requirement, any non-stable coin crypto, and the 30-day window to complete it are on my website and in the description along with the link. If you're interested, definitely check it out on my site. Again, it's via an affiliate link, which helps this channel. Even aside from the promo, I recommend having Kraken or another major exchange account ready. When things get wild, you don't want to be scrambling to open accounts or waiting on identity verification. By the time you do, the opportunity or emergency could be gone. Now, having multiple exchange accounts is step one. Step two, don't leave significant funds on these exchanges longer than necessary. Use them as on-ramps, off-ramps, or trading arenas, but not as long-term storage. We've all heard the saying, not your keys, not your crypto. It's true. If an exchange suddenly halts withdrawals or gets hacked, you could lose your coins. That's why I strongly advocate using a hardware wallet for holding your long-term crypto stash. Personally, I use a ledger device to store my XRP and other assets safely offline. And yes, I have an affiliate link for Ledger on my website as well. It's directly to the manufacturer. If you use it, it supports the channel. Thank you. And it also ensures you're buying from the source. Pro tip, never buy hardware wallets from third-party sellers. There have been scams with tampered devices. Always order straight from the manufacturer, whether you use my link or not. The peace of mind is worth it. The link's in the description if you're interested, again, via an affiliate link that helps the channel, just so it's clear. Alright, so we've covered being prepared with exchanges, plan A, B, and C, and securing your investments. The next piece is education and community, because this space moves fast and it can be overwhelming to navigate alone. This is exactly why we have our free educational Discord community link in the description. If you haven't joined yet, you're missing out. There are thousands of like-minded folks in there, from beginners to seasoned traders, sharing insights, answering questions, and keeping each other up to date on all things crypto. When the news about these XRP ETFs broke, our Discord was buzzing. People were asking, does this mean price will pump? Should I buy more XRP now? What's the catch? And the beautiful thing is, you can get a lot of perspectives fast. I'm in there too. Whenever I can be chatting and learning alongside you all, it's completely free to join, and it might just be your best resource during crazy times. A place to get a second opinion or just geek out about blockchain at 2 a.m., so definitely hop in. The link's down below in the description. Now, shifting gears for a moment, I want to share a cool new avenue I've been exploring to earn crypto passively. Longtime viewers know, I'm always on the lookout for innovative projects, especially ones that let you put your assets to work. One that's caught my attention recently is called Unity Nodes. I've mentioned Unity in a few videos before, so some of you might be familiar. It's a project spearheaded by World Mobile in collaboration with the Minutes Network. Their goal is pretty ambitious: create a decentralized mobile network by leveraging everyday devices. In simple terms, Unity nodes are software licenses. Think of them like a special kind of node you can run that allow anyone to contribute to a wireless network using spare smartphones and earn crypto for doing so. It's not your typical crypto mining or staking. It's more about providing connectivity and getting rewarded. So here's what I did. I actually purchased a Unity node license. The one I got came with the capacity for up to 200 devices, phones, to connect under it. Now, I'm not about to deploy 200 phones on day one. That would be overkill without testing. I'm starting small with 10 phones to see how it all works and if it's profitable. The neat part is I can choose to be paid in various cryptocurrencies. I've opted to receive rewards in Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, and XRP. You know, I love building up my bags of those coins. And if this project pays off, it's like a new form of passive income that feeds my crypto portfolio. If it succeeds on a small scale, I plan to scale it up gradually. Imagine having 200 little devices all earning bits of crypto for you every day. It's like yield farming, but with smartphones providing network coverage. Now, I want to stress, Unity nodes are not the main focus of today's story, and they're definitely something you should research thoroughly if you're interested. This isn't a hype segment or a sponsored shill. This is just me sharing what I'm personally experimenting with. The concept might sound a bit futuristic, but it's actually really cool and aligns with the broader crypto ethos of decentralization. Instead of one big telecom company providing all the service, many people can contribute a little bit of service and get paid. If you're curious to learn more about Unity nodes, I'll put a link in the description to their light paper and a rewards calculator so you can read up on the details. Check it out if you want. And as always, do your own research. I find it exciting because it's another way to diversify my crypto income streams. Staking, trading, yield farming, and now maybe running many mobile nodes. Multiple streams can make a river, as they say. And hey, if Unity becomes the next big thing, you heard it here first. If not, well, it's a fun experiment, and I'll report back on how it goes. Bringing it back to XRP and the big picture. What's the key takeaway here for me? It's that the landscape is shifting beneath our feet, and it's happening fast. A year or two ago, the talk of the town was the SEC lawsuit and whether XRP was even going to survive in the United States. Now we're talking about XRP ETFs on the NASDAQ, Wall Street giants embracing XRP, and hundreds of millions of dollars in institutional money quietly accumulating what we retail folks have been holding on to. It's a bit poetic, isn't it? The very thing that was once labeled a banker's coin as an insult is now actually being bought by the bankers, or at least by their funds. Garlinghouse's statement that we are still early really resonates. Now, early doesn't mean there's no progress. Clearly, there's a ton of progress. Early means there's a long road still ahead. Crypto ETFs at 1 to 2% of the total ETF market is tiny. If crypto truly goes mainstream, we could be looking at tens or hundreds of billions flowing into these products over the coming years. And XRP, having broken some important ground as one of the first movers in this space, could capture a nice slice of that pie to the retail XRP holders out there. Whether you have 100 XRP or 100,000, my view, not financial advice, is that you shouldn't be disheartened by the lack of immediate price action from this news. If anything, the fact that price hasn't spiked means the opportunity is still there. It's like the market is giving a window to position before any potential storm. Of course, nothing is guaranteed. Maybe all this institutional buying just balances out other selling and price stays flat for a while. But personally, I'd rather be prepared and informed than caught off guard. That's why I've been steadily following the fundamentals, growing my XRP position at a sensible pace, and making sure I have all those safety nets, exchanges, wallets, knowledge in place. One more thought. The psychology of still early is important. Many of us have at times felt like we missed out on Bitcoin or Ethereum because we weren't early enough. With XRP, despite it being an older project, this whole ETF saga makes it feel new again in some ways, like a second renaissance. New investors discovering it through ETFs might drive a narrative that XRP is a must-have for a balanced crypto portfolio, especially if Ripple continues building useful tech like real-time settlements, CBDC partnerships, and so on. If that narrative takes hold, being an XRP holder before that wave hits could be huge. Now, I'm not saying XRP to the moon tomorrow. I'll leave the moon boy predictions to someone else. What I am saying is pay attention to these shifts. They can happen slowly and then all at once. One day you wake up and XRP ETFs have $10 billion in them, and it's on mainstream news that institutions are all in on crypto. By then, the easy gains and the chance to accumulate cheaply might be behind us. Today, we're in this unique moment where the groundwork is being laid. It's not flashy on the surface, not like we said. Price hasn't gone wild, but make no mistake, foundations are being built for what could be the next big crypto storyline. I'm honestly grateful to be on this journey with all of you. The fact that I can come on here, share my story, share what I learn, and we can strategize together is something I never take for granted. Whether it's discussing breaking news like this XRP ETF boom, or exploring new projects like Unity, or just helping each other stay safe and savvy in crypto, this community is amazing. Our free Discord, the comment section, the school students, you all give me energy and motivation to keep researching and digging deeper. So, big thank you to everyone. Let's wrap this up with a bit of reflection. A year from now, what will we be saying about this moment? Maybe we'll say, wow, remember when XRP ETFs were just hitting $1 billion? Look at them now at 10 billion and beyond. Maybe we'll say, Garlinghouse was right, we really were. Early, and I'm glad we stuck it out. Or maybe there will be twists we don't see coming. There always are. Whatever happens, I plan to be right here with you, navigating it all in real time. Wins, losses, and lessons alike.